Okay, just looking at the solutions to this booklet, Language of Mathematics, and we're just looking at algebraic expressions, going from sentences to algebraic expressions. So we've got, we did start this in class, but we'll just go over these two again. 2 times x, which is 2x, is divided by, so divided by 3 times y. So that would be 2x divided by 3 times y is 3y. So we can write it as 2x divided by 3y or 2x divided by or over 3y. We can see the solution to that one is D. Then we've got the second one, the sum of, which means addition, y and 3 times x. Now 3 times x is 3x, so we want y plus 3x. Now the third one, 2/3 of the product of x and y. Product means to multiply. So we want x times y. Remember, we can write that as xy. X times y is just xy. 2/3 of that is 2/3 of xy, which can be just written as 2/3 xy. And that one is h down here. The next one, the sum of 3 times y, so 3 times y is 3y, and 2 times x is 2x, and the sum of is adding, addition. So we're looking for 3y plus 2x or 2x plus 3y, and so we've either got 3y plus 2x or 2x plus 3y, and we can see we've got that here up in answer A. Question 5, the product of x and y. So product means to multiply, so the product of x and y is xy. That is multiplied by 2, so it's going to be 2 times xy. And then, so we've got 2 times xy, and then 3 times x, well that's 3x, is added to it. So it's 2 times xy, which is 2xy, and then we add 3x to it. So the product of x and y is multiplied by 2. That's 2 times xy, which is 2xy. And then 3 times x is added to that, so it's 2xy plus 3x, and that's J. And down here, 3 times y, so 3 times y is 3y. That is subtracted from 2 times x. So 3y is subtracted from 2 times x, so it has to be 2x take away 3y, which is I. The next one, the difference between y, difference is subtracting between y and 3 times the product of x and y. Now, product of x and y is xy. 3 times x times y is 3xy. So we need the difference between y and 3 times 3xy. So it's going to be y take away 3xy, which is E. And the last 3 here, 3 times the product of y and x. Now the product of y and x, even though y is first and then x is next, we always write it in alphabetical order. So product of y times x is y times x, which is the same as x times y, and 3 times that, so it's 3 times xy, which is 3xy, and that is B. Then we've got 2 times y, 2y, is divided by 3 times x is 3x. So we've got 2y divided by 3x. 2y divided by 3x can also be written as 2y over 3x, and that is answer F. And the last one, x is subtracted from, so subtract is take away, 3 times y. But x is subtracted from that, so it will be 3y take away x, which is C. So it's answer C over here. Okay, we'll go to the next page. Now, you received this booklet last lesson. I want you to have attempt this, okay? So you've got 30 questions here. You have to match these expressions given in words with the algebraic expression down here, okay? And I would start with what you think are the easy ones first and cross them off, and then try the harder ones next. And when you've finished, I will go through the answers. So please pause, stop the video, attempt the sheet if you haven't already, and then I'll go through the answers. Now, the next consecutive number means the next number after x. So let's say you are 12 years old. Next year you'll be 13. That would be 12 plus 1 is 13. So the next consecutive number after x will be whatever x is plus 1 more. So x plus 1 is the answer for that, and that one is z down here. So x plus 1 there is done, okay? Triple y. Now, if you look back at your sheet, this is the second page of your booklet. It's the inside cover. Triple means to multiply by 3. Double means to multiply by 2. Half means to divide by 2. Square means to multiply the number by itself. For example, the square of 7 is 7 times 7, which is 49. Okay, multiply by 3. Triple of 9 is 9 times 3. Consecutive describes the numbers that follow directly after each other. So for example, 7, 8, 9 are consecutive numbers, but 11 and 13 are consecutive odd numbers. If I do 12, 14, 16, they are consecutive even numbers. So you can have just ordinary consecutive numbers where it's one number after the next, but you can have consecutive odd numbers, consecutive even numbers as well. Okay, so let's just go back to that sheet. And just remember that product is the answer when you multiply, sum or total is adding, quotient is dividing. The quotient, it's actually the answer when you divide. So the quotient of 9 and 3 is 3 because it's the answer when you divide, and difference is the answer when you subtract the smaller number from the larger number. So triple y is 3 times y, which is 3y. Half of y is it's y divided by 2, which can be written as y over 2. So let's look for those answers. 3y is E. The first one was Z. And half of y is y divided by 2, or y over 2. The sum of x plus y means to add, and that's answer V. Y times y times y. That's y cubed. That answer is J. Increase x by 4. Increase means to add, x plus 4. That's answer T. X is reduced by 4. So you start with x and then you reduce by 4. Be very careful with that. That is different to 4 take away x. So we start with x and we reduce it by 4. So x take away 4. That answer is P. The next one, the difference between 12 and y, where 12 is larger, that would be 12. Take away y, which is answer T. The next one, double x. Double x means 2 times x plus y. We know that 2 times x is 2x, and then plus y. That is answer E. The next one, 2 divided by x is 2 divided by x, or that can be written as 2 over x. The next one, that's answer X. The next odd number after y, if y is even, well, if y is even, the next number will be odd, so that's y plus 1, which is answer M. Now, the change in dollars from y after buying 2 hamburgers at X dollars each. Well, the 2 hamburgers at X dollars each will cost you 2x, so the change, it'll be whatever you started with minus whatever you paid, so it would be y take away 2x, and that is answer F. Question 25. Darren's age 3 years ago, if he is Y years now. Well, just think if you're 13 now, 3 years ago, you were 13 minus 3, which is 10. So if you're y years now, 3 years ago, you would have been y take away 3, which is answer D. Subtract x from y. So you're starting with y, and then you are subtracting x, and y take away x. Just looking for that answer there. That's answer L. X multiplied by itself is x times x, which is x squared. Answer G. The next question, the change in dollars from $20 after spending Y. Well, if you spent $5, for example, your change would be 20 take away 5, which is 15. So if you're spending Y, it's 20 minus Y. That's answer Q. Now, the product of x and y means x times y, which is xy. And just looking for that answer. That's y. The square root of x is square root of x. Answer S. 12 less than y. So it's y take away 12, not 12 take away y, because we want 12 less than y. So for example, if someone was 20 years old, 12 less than 20 would be 20 minus 12. So 12 less than y is y take away 12. W, 2 times x means to multiply. So that's 2 times x is 2x. Answer O. The next one, the average of x and y. To find the average of two numbers, you add the numbers together, you get an answer, and then you divide by how many numbers you've got, which is 2. So it's x plus y divided by 2. The next question, the year 20 years from now, if it is year y. So let's say it's 2016 now. In 20 years' time, it would be 2016 plus 20. So it's whatever year it is now plus 20, which is answer N. The quotient of y and 12 quotient is to divide. That would be y divided by 12, which is answer I. The even number before y, if y is even. So let's think of the even numbers. For example, 12. What's the even number before 12? That's 10. Or let's say your even number was 10. What's the even number before that? It's 8. So you've got to, whatever number you've got to take away 2. So it's y take away 2. Answer P. X is increased by 2. Is increased by means to add, is x plus 2. X is divided by 2. That's x divided by 2 or x over 2, which is answer B. Now decrease 4 by x. So we start off with 4 and we take away x. And that's answer N. I'm just circling off some of these that are already done. The number 10 more than y, that would be y plus 10. Answer K. The cost of 5 bananas, if one banana costs x, so that would be 5 lots of x, which is 5x. Answer A. And I'm just checking these others. They've already been done. X plus 4 is already done. XY is already done. And 12 take away y, which was t. That one's already gone. Okay. And the last one now. 1 share in dollars when x dollars is divided by evenly by 5 people. Let's say you've got $20 and you're dividing it by 5 people. It would be 20 divided by 5. So if x dollars is divided by 5, that's x divided by 5 or x over 5. That is answer R. Okay, so please by next lesson I want all this done and corrected. Okay.